Police told to revoke all FET permits. Liat no longer under immediate threat of liquidation following administrator approval. Guyane's Court of Appeal to rule on latest election battle this Thursday. Hurricane Hannah batters South Texas. The big story is Weekend Morning Edition on Observer Radio News Talk 911. Thank you for joining us. I'm your presenter, Theresa Goodwin. Prime Minister Gaston Brown has called on the police to revoke all permissions to all FETs, as least unless people comply to COVID-19 protocols. The Prime Minister said residents are becoming negligent with talks about hosting motorcades and events that call for the people to be near each other. On Saturday, Brown said he was counting on the police to take strict action against persons who hold parties and events, and even forbade a Labour Party movie night that had been announced. He said he expects the police to go into homes and lock down those parties and charge the people involved with hosting those functions, as well as people who refuse to wear masks in the public. To date, there have been 82 confirmed COVID-19 cases, 59 of which were imported into the country. The Prime Minister said the majority of those imported cases are from returning nationals. According to Brown, he would not be surprised if a charter with returning nationals arriving from the Dominican Republic Saturday had people who were positive for the virus. As a result, he said all returning nationals must present a COVID test when arriving in Antigua and test again once an hour before they are allowed to self-quarantine. The Prime Minister said the additional test is necessary to safeguard the country and to prevent any community spread of the virus. Meanwhile, the results of Phase 1 and 2 trial of the Oxford University vaccine, according to a publication in the scientific journal The Lancet, indicate no earlier safety concerns and induces strong immune responses in both parts of the immune system. The vaccine provoked white blood cells that can attack cells infected with the SARS-CoV-2 virus within 14 days of vaccination, and an antibody to neutralize the virus within 28 days. Oxford scientists this week explained the result of those trials.
This is a really important milestone to put into the public domain our findings on the safety and immune responses to this vaccine in the first group of people that we vaccinated.
We can see that the vaccine does induce a robust immune response in the volunteers. And we have two different types of immunity. One is well known, that's making antibodies which bind to the virus and try to clear it. The other is the cellular arm, where some white blood cells called T cells can recognize a virus-infected cell and kill that cell and the virus with it.
The next step in studying the vaccine is to confirm that it can effectively protect against the SARS-CoV-2 infection.
We know there's an immune response to the vaccine, and it's the kind of immune response we're looking for. We don't know how big that immune response needs to be.
So we're hoping to be able to answer whether you need 2 shots of a vaccine, what dose you need in those 2 shots, and whether you need a higher amount or number of vaccine doses in older adults.
In the next trial, the one that's going on at the moment, thousands of people who have either received the COVID vaccine or an irrelevant vaccine. And there we are literally counting cases as the trial goes along and hoping that there will be fewer cases in the vaccinees than in the control.
It's both exhausting and exhilarating. We have a lot to do. There are constantly issues that we're facing and solving, and we're able to solve them.